Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko, and I've got some more dinosaurs for you today. I really enjoy this archetype because I'm the sort of person to get lost in the minutia of optimizing minor, unimportant decisions. And this build is so heavily driven by optimizing meta-scaling in your fights with Mamasaur, Dinosaur, even to a lesser degree Trollosaur. And then manipulating that scaling onto other cards with Dino Disguise. And this run got to show off something with Dino Disguise. I used it a lot more in the mid game, and the late game I ended up getting some really silly stuff going all in, trying to make, of all cards, Hacksaw work. Because on a theoretical level, Hacksaw is an insane card. You just can't destroy enough items for it to be good on its own, so it needs insane base damage, and you can't get it that high. But now that you can make Hacksaw a Dinosaur item and scale it with Mamasaur and Dinosaur and other forms of item destruction as well, you can get like a 1000 base damage Hacksaw in your final fights, and that's actually enough to start one-shotting people on the second swing of it. You just need to find a way to accelerate it, but in the character with batteries and fiber optics, you've got the ways to do it. And by the end of the run, I had a pretty sweet Hacksaw build going that maybe got a little bit more overshadowed by the other more broken parts of the build, but damn it, it was still a Hacksaw build in my heart. And I hope you enjoy seeing just how ridiculous the meta-scaling stuff is with Dinosaur Dooley. All right, another game with Dooley. I love that Dinosaurs build I just did, so I'm going to be trying to do it again. And I think income start's just insane right now because you need the money, it feels like, to fill out an early day 2 board. Sorry, an early level 2 board. I kind of look at Power Drill and think, okay, we can cook here. There could be Kempsdale on page 2, which would be huge. Burn 2, when you have shield, this item score is reduced by 50. Burn 8. It's not very good, right? Well, it depends on how it works, right? Does it just go off when the welding helmet goes off then? Because the welding helmet creates shield and then this cooldown drops? If it does, that's burn 10 every 4, which proliferates. But also, those items are all terrible. Like, I don't want to run any of those. We will power drill the Inglet, I think, if I'm looking to play specifically Dinosaurs. Having a Fang is really, really good. Normally, I'd edit the Sandstorm here. Instead, it's only going to take 15 seconds to finish this fight, so I'll just cut straight to it. You can sub to the channel for more daily Bazaar content just like this, and if you could leave a like on the video, it really does boost it up in the algorithm, help it get traction, help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, animal abuse. Now, what do we get for our trouble? Ideally, it's a Fang, but honestly, I'm not upset at all with the pelt. All right, that's good theoretically tomorrow. Upgrade a bronze item, huh? Think I need to go to JJ, and these upgrades aren't particularly good in the first place. Those are the sort of items I was hoping to get for my day 1 fight with a power drill. Less so the GPU. So, you know, it's something vaguely resembling a build. I don't think it's good yet. Improved Toxins is the same as Initial Dose right now. They're both really good for tempo. I'm not spending gold to roll off of the best tempo options. Since these are identical, I take the one that could be better based on our next shop. You take a Crypto. I'll actually take a Power Sander in case I find Flintstones on the next page. Sorry, wrong new item. Is this tech? Is any of this tech? No. But we can Power Sander here, and the Fang doesn't matter, so slowing this to get the additional 2 seconds there is actually great. Unironically a good card here. I'm not going to spend gold on any of this. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe crude tools are worth picking up. I'm not convinced by that at all. And I don't think 2 more poison on the Wasp is worth 2 gold here. I think I'm either going to win or lose by a landslide with the build I already have. All weapons, Bolas, Bayonet, Shark Claw, Shoeblade, Pet Rock. Tanky Anky, why have you betrayed me in my time of need? Where are you? Although he does take a second to scale, so Power Drill might kill him fast enough combined with the poison. No, we're not going to do it quick enough. Yeah, I think I just die right before it goes through. Please. Thank God Bolas had base ammo. Oh man, that was... I thought I was going to die. I forgot about ammo on Bolas. All right, we claim a win. Income starts eating good on this patch. You're able to fill out day 1 boards in a way other builds really struggle to. Now, Kina cannot sell me any dinosaur I care about. It's day 2, so the odds of Dino Saddle are really low. I'm going to take Abandoned Chest for Econ because there are some very big, very expensive items I'm interested in running down the line. I'm generally not a fan of the bronze medium items on Dooley, but I do really, really like Rocket Launcher, and there are a couple of silvers that would be great to pick up here. Not interested in any of that. Like I was saying, just tons of bad bronze items at middle. 1 second off the cooldown doesn't matter. Pulse Rifle's not going to do it. But you know what? If I get Primal Core and put Pulse Rifle on one side and Drill on the other, or sorry, Fang on the other, I'm willing to bet that's actually good.
Oh, delivery's free.
And if I get Weaponized Core, it's good with Weaponized Core, but the rest of this I'm not interested in. I think I beat Rogue Scrapper. I'm not even 100% sure, because Rogue Scrapper will purge off all of this poison. Every time it heals, it only heals for 60, so it heals 6 of my poison, and I'm slightly faster. We definitely win, but Giant Mosquito has wings, man. And with the cooldown changes, like the first wing is worse, but by the 4th wing on something, it is massively better. So I do care about trying to get wings early. Also, theoretically, Rush could be helpful down the line. Kenai is not bad. Proboscis can be very funny, but we're definitely not looking to play it right now. I don't know. We have a Power Sander. Just put it to the right of a Weaponized Square and call it a day, right? Surely it's enough slow already. I'll take 4% crit. Can't be upset with that. Andy still has a great shot of showing me Dinosaur, and that's a critically important card to find. I will take Flintstones, and I'll roll. Rough. Well, let's see what cores we have available. I do think I'm actually set up to use the Primal Core very, very well, and it is here, and I want to play Dinosaur, so we're taking it. So like this, the Flintstones are up to 15 burn. They're being hasted by the Power Sander. I probably want that. Then I have the Fang and the Pulse Rifle gaining relic tags from the core, so it's going to scale them, and also Copper Ed is here. The rest of this is sellable. I had no idea out of crypto. I probably should have looked at that at literally any point during the day. This will go from 15 to 20 burn with the B1, B2, and I'm broke, so we definitely take that. It goes up from 3 burn per relic or tool to 4. All right, I probably lose to Tanky Anky, and I probably beat anything else. Let's see what this dually has. That's unfortunate. He doesn't have any damage or dinosaurs, though, so I actually do just outscale. It's fine. It's actually fine. Like, he's just using Tanky Anky as a, like, janky force field. That's not going to do enough. And we scale up immediately, but honestly, most of this is the insane burn out of Flintstones for the early mid game. I called this out of my patching. I was like, this thing's going to be a menace before day 6, man. This is not going to be remotely close if you're using it well. Kina is, again, not really what I'm looking for, and I'm kind of broke. But on the other hand, Dino Disguise does exist, and it's very cool. I don't think I can go to Kina looking for Dino Disguise when I have 10 gold and no actual meta scaling. So I'm going to take health here instead. We're going to hit up Volpack, try to sell some low-quality bronze items. All right, I like that one a lot.
Might as well stock up.
We can just put them on our board later. We don't need to worry about it. He can have all of my bronze items except for the crypto, which I'm, again, not paying enough attention to. I do want this battery. I do want to roll.
The more you save.
All right, I will take the Dino Disguise. So you can't. Fine. So Dino Disguise is not very good. Medium Dinosaur Relic Apparel, a lot of tags, 8-second cast time, shield 10, multicast 5. And the reason it's multicast 5 is because adjacent items are dinosaurs, and this has +1 multicast for each other relic or dinosaur you have. This is not very good. Just full stop. It is very fast for charging the Primal Core, though, which is probably good enough. And then when I find something like Momosaur or Dianosaur, I can put this where the core is to turn these into dinosaurs and scale them permanently, which is insane. And Volpack can have this power drill because it's not going to fit on my board at the end of the day. Oh, whoops. This is a tech item, so it makes Flintstones a lot worse, doesn't it? Well, I got a new friend and didn't realize it for this item. Well, it's fine. Volpack has another power sander. No opportunity cost.
Buy 200.
So Copper Ed is trashed now. We can sell him too. And these 2 items are being in the bank. Battery's just always good. Even if you're playing a dinosaur build, there's a use for a battery. I think the build's tremendously better with a 2.5 speed Dinosaur, by the way. It's not even close. Hoverbike Hooligan doesn't have a ticket. I do beat it. I'm very confident in that. It's just that, like, I really want a ticket to the Chocolate Factory. And also, if I miss, there's a yo-yo here as well. I kind of still want to go Street Gamer, even though I'm super broke. I love going to the temple. It seems like it's incredibly worth your time. The relics are massive. Like, essentially, if you can find one of these, it gives you a free enchant on day 9, which is massive. Just incredibly good. Also, oh dear God, we deal damage. We were about to hit for another, like, 200 as these went off the second time. That was the second time, right? We used the pulse rifle once already while I was talking. Yeah, we're okay. Thank God. I was really, really worried that that might have been 7 seconds into the fight. Thank God it wasn't. It was only 10 seconds into the fight that we were about to finish dealing 600 damage. Okay, cool. Seems all right. Seems legit. Piggles, huh? Well, I can build a large collection of piggles and eventually sell them to Barcoon, finally at 5 on the crypto. B1, B2 upgrades a bronze item. My bronze items that get upgrades are Power Sander, which barely does anything, Fang, which does nothing, Pulse Rifle, which is all right, and Dinosaur, which does nothing. I'm gonna go to the friend vendor and look for Dinosaur and Mamasar. I know what I'm about. Unfortunate. I'm not willing to spend my money on that cybersecurity. I may as well upgrade this. Feels a bit worse than getting it for free by going to B1, B2, but we weren't here to upgrade Dinosaur. We were here to find Dinosaur and Mamasar. So this can go on my board, and it's a 7 multicast Dinosaur, right? I actually want to haste this with the Power Sander instead, so I can give the Dinosaur tag here, right? Because it gives me another multicast, and it turns this into a Dinosaur, so I'm going to charge the core a lot faster, which I think is worth more than hasting the second use of Flintstones by 1 second. Although, honestly, what am I talking about? We just put the battery in. The Power Sander has outlived its usefulness. It's 1 second, like, debuffing the Flintstones, though. It's also making this go off at 6 seconds, which is really fast. I think this is fine. I think the Flintstones being a 5-second speed here is, like, obviously suboptimal, but the battery is worth so much more than the Power Sander here. Anyway, we're looking to upgrade a bronze item, and all of them suck. That's fine. Upgrading the Pulse Rifle isn't nothing. It's I think 10 to 20, like a good chunk of damage. I could go to Pip and roll, but I'm so poor that it, like, doesn't actually feel very good. Sylvia last shop, no gold. I can sell the Pulse Rifle if I need to. Like, am I really going to take a small tool over a chance? Hell no.
But my
If I roll, how badly do I have to gut myself to afford anything? Well, here's the neat thing, right? If I find Mamasar or Dinosaur, I'm okay selling the core. Like, I would rather meta scale these things by giving them the Dinosaur tag than scale them in combat with the core. I will roll here. I'm willing to sell the core to buy what I want. Damn. And it has schematics on the next page, which is like the best econ item in the game. I would very happily have, like, weakened my board a bit today to buy that on the first page, but now I can't. I'm trying to find out if I can possibly win on my fight by doing this and putting schematics on my board. It's a lot of economy, man. It's a lot of economy. It's very clearly wrong, though. So we're gonna leave sad. We're still very favored in our PvP fight, though. Like, the build is monstrous right now. I'm just, you know, this is why I take income start. I'm at a point where I'm like, I'll sell the core to buy Mamasar on day 3. Income start does not mean you have excess money. You can use so much money effectively in this game. Also, you want to scale up with Ganjo? We're not waiting that long. Look how much scaling this is. As this goes off, it just fully charges the core, which scales everything else. It's insane. Absolutely ridiculously powerful. Check the recap. The core actually dealt the most damage because we were charging it so effectively. I wasn't expecting that. Cool to see, though. Oh, wait. In terms of positioning, I've done this wrong. Wait, no. Flintstones is already a relic. We're good. So I think everything on my board charges already because all dinosaurs are relics all the way down. Yeah, we've given the tag to everything already. I'm going to take an extract here because Kina is like a shopping and go-to where I don't ever get Mamasar, Dinosaur. So why would I spend my gold there? Tanky Anky, I'm sure you're a cool guy. I'm sure you're great. I know you're a good card and all, but that's 6 gold that isn't metascaling. We're rolling past it. Boom. Rewarded for the greed. Toss extract. Toss Power Sander. Buy my beloved Dinosaur. For our monster fight, we put this between these two. We put Dinosaur in, and we charge Dinosaur. Now, obviously, we're not very strong doing this, but every time Dinosaur eats something, it buffs all dinosaurs by 10 damage. Which isn't just Dinosaur, because the Pulse Rifle and the Fang are dinosaurs, thanks to Dino Disguise. This is not the most broken way to do this. I don't have a Mamasar. I don't have, like, the best possible weapons. Do I beat Flame Juggler with just this thing? Probably not, right? That's not going to be enough shield. Maybe I actually do. Let me take a look at this. How much starting burn is it? It's 45. No, that's not going to work. I could run Primal Cord for a generally better build, I just don't need to buff Primal Core. Like, it's probably not a part of my long-term plan. Losing 10 damage on what is going to be my fastest item does suck, though. And there's no way to cut anything that I'm not cutting a scaling item, right? The issue is I think I deal so much more damage like this. I would rather, like, be sure that I'm getting multiple uses out of Dinosaur. Let me check the number of items on these guys. I think Boiler Room Brawler might have 7. Boiler Room Brawler does have 7 items, and I can guarantee you if I run the core, we're not activating Dinosaur twice. So we're gonna go fight Boiler Room Brawler in an effort to scale everything up monstrously.
What you looking at?
We are also cutting Flip Songs, because Flip Songs will also kill Boiler Room Brawler too quickly. Like, it's very important when you're playing this archetype that you sandbag really aggressively. When I say sandbag, I mean pretend your power level is lower than it is, because doing that is what allows you to get more meta scaling and quicker meta scaling. So by doing this, we got plus 20 damage on a Fang, on Dinosaur, and on Pulse Rifle. And if I just went into the fight without thinking, I might have gotten plus 10. It's actually not even clear that I would have. Yay, more pickles. Barcoon will love them someday. Honestly, in PvP, I might do this. Like, yeah, it makes the build worse, but I think I'm so strong I can get away with this. It's greedy, but I am greedy, so I'm gonna do it. Quixel is debatable considering I have 2 gold, so I'm gonna take the alternative option. That's an option? All right, Pulse Rifle, you're out of here. You're done, kid. Get lost. We do this and we put the battery in. So now rather than having to have like very specific board constrictions and having to take up extra space with this, we have like a little bit worse of an item. But because we want to run Dinosaur and Mamasar and all these friends, Pulse Rifle was never going to be very good in the long run. So this is only like 2x multicast realistically. Argento, what do you have?
But I'll be here when it is.
I'm going to go ahead and commit to throwing. Oh, we don't have to commit to throwing in the trash just yet. We can sell something else. Obviously, I'm not thrilled about these options. Sharp Corners is genuinely good right now. That's plus 18 damage when Dino Saddle goes off. I'm pretty sure I'll get the most money at Thox. I'll get a random weapon. Maybe it can be better than a Fang. That's not better than a Fang. Definitely not for this build. And one win Vanessa, I feel very confident. It's sort of weird to have the Primal Core all the way to the left. It's normally supposed to be adjacent to something. I think it was supposed to be adjacent to the battery. I think I did mess up here. Yeah. The battery's not adjacent to it. So I could have this also charge the core. 1 second. I did mess this up. I think we'll probably be fine. So there goes, oh, come on, that's no fun. I would really like to get the jellyfish here. It seems important. Oh no, it actually doesn't matter what I get. I'm just gonna beat him down fast enough. Crazy scaling, plus 20 damage on everything this fight. For day 4, that's actually massive. That's like applying gold strength. I just got gold strength from my PvP fight. Strength being the player skill where you get plus 20 damage to all your weapons, right? That wasn't even an optimal board. If I had laid out my board correctly, I might have won much more cleanly than I did. Barcoon's gonna love these pickles someday, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I just don't have enough money to want to go to Kina. I'm going to toss all of this to make room for chocolate bars. And we're gonna go to Barcoon next shop. It's that easy. Damn, who could have foreseen this? There's no loot items I really care about without feathers and wings on the table. So I'm gonna get an item here. Just keep pushing economy. Toss one of my chocolate bars. Pick up the welding torch. And then I need to do some math about which enemies have how many items and can I run the core? And the answer is, how many items does Trash Down Mare have actually? Because that guy has a good defensive item that I can't eat. So I can guarantee I eat everything else. Trash Town Mare only has 5 items. Therefore, Dinosaur won't eat anything. Sabretooth has 10 items, but only 650 health. And Infernal Envoy also has 5. So I'm only eating one thing no matter what I do. Because at 450 health, right, the Dinosaur and the Fangs are going to kill this thing before I ever get Dinosaur off a second time. Is that necessarily true? If I put in the chocolate bars, right? So, like I was saying, there's literally no shot that we ever managed to eat more than one item. Dinosaur, oh, he has 650. Maybe it was possible. I'm pretty sure that when I add in the Fangs, I don't think I'm actually going to get to eat twice no matter what I did. Oh no, he crits! Or something did. I don't think I got scaling because of that crit. Good job, Kenai. It's actively detrimental now. So if I click continue, we'll see nothing changes numbers, which means I didn't get scaling that fight because of the crit. Unfortunate. We sell the welding torch because it's not worth extra money at Barcoon, and we're going to Barcoon, damn it. Mama's army, come on.
All things in moderation.
No, 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 not Bulldozer, the other big one. Unfortunate. 2 gold is less than 4 gold. Pretty tough choice there. Yeah, Vial of Blood's still good. Now, what am I doing with my life? What's the plan here? Is it hold these chocolate bars for greed? I don't think I'm that silly. I'm going to eat these before the fight. 120 health seems better than anything Andy can sell me. I don't know. Fiber optics are pretty good. It's day 5, though, so they're pretty unlikely. I'm going to take 120 health. I'm pretty confident I will win 100% of the time if I do that. Very sad to see that crit cost me the scaling there. It looks like running the Dino Core actually did cost me an eat, but it'll probably be fine. Starting shield because the ghost buff, nice. Flagship. No crits. A lot of haste, though. I think we're probably able to just tank this as scaling is not very high. Oh, wait, maybe we're not. It's close.
Bring her about.
Barely. That 120 health and chocolate bars we took today, they're the reason we win, because he started with shield. That shit actually is a huge buff to Ghost. I'm not even sure I like that it's in the game now, because it feels weird in an asynchronous game that temp power choices, I don't know. It feels weird either way, right? I'm gonna get a small friend and get Dinosaur at a different rarity. It's that easy, right? I think it's that easy. I had my hopes up for a second. Pole? Molisar, Rex Specs, come on, something. That's certainly something. Today's the day we get our gold upgrade too. I was rolling for Rex Specs on the second page, which is incredibly greedy. I probably shouldn't have. I'm not even sure I would want Rex Specs, having already gotten the Dinosaur. So we do this in our combats now, right? And in PvP, I probably run just the Molisar with the battery. I think we're actually at a point where the Primal Core no longer matters. Like, this being fast in combat doesn't matter. I'd rather scale everything else. Anyway, we're gonna get monster loot, so I need to at least sell a pelt here. Does this beat the Lich? Hell no. What are you even talking about? Why would you think that? Like, even if I got first eat Necronomicon, I think I would still lose because it takes so long for the first eat to go off. This guy has 1200 health, which is a lot more than the 900 on Dire Mosquito. I'm genuinely worried if I go to Dire Mosquito 9 seconds into the fight, Dinosaur and the Fangs will have already just made mincemeat of him. I can do the math, right? I need him to survive 9 seconds, so it's 3, 3, and 3 of each of these, right? Nothing's getting buffed before 9 seconds. So it's 60 plus 30 plus 45, 135 times 3. It's just over 400. Specifically, it's 405. 525, 725. We get to eat everything, and then they die. Nothing to worry about. We can fight Dire Mosquito. We're never getting any more eats than that because they'll be under 5 items at that point. Paralyzing Rush is no good for me, but I would love wings to stack on the Molisar. Does it ever make sense to stack them on Dinosaur instead? Probably not, because later on, down the line in this run, it will genuinely be a problem I consistently have that Dinosaur is going to be killing things before I can actually scale. Anyway, 100 base damage on that, I think. Yeah, that's a minor jump up in damage. Holy shit. Okay, goodbye, Hamlet. It was nice knowing you. We're definitely putting the insect wing. It's weird putting on a Molisar, though. That's the awkward thing, is Molisar is the one I want to run in the build, but she starts hitting so hard that I might have a very real problem with her one-shotting the opponents on like day 12. We're undefeated right now. What if there just wasn't a day 12? We just ride out Double Fang Dinosaur straight to Diamond victory. Unfortunately, I got silver piggles, not bronze piggles, so can't really use them in this fight. I do want to go to Volpack. I've got 28 gold. I'm kind of looking at Dinosaur as like a weak link in the build for PvP. Like, is it just worse than battery? And the answer I kind of feel is yes. But it's not like I can replace it effectively with just a battery. I need another item. Is Nitro good enough? Maybe. I definitely want these schematics. And I'm putting the wing on Molisar because it's way, way better in the late game. Right now, it doesn't matter that it's worse. We also want these schematics, so I'm going to toss a Piggle. Maybe I should just be selling my core right now. I don't think Nitro and battery is better than Dinosaur, though. Or Dinosaur, rather. So I will keep looking for something better at the next shops. I don't know if I can get anything here that I care about. Well, I have to clear my piggles today anyway, so I'm gonna just throw these in the dumpster. In PvP currently, it is still beneficial to be running the Primal Core. I'm sure of that, over Dinosaur. Like, it actually meaningfully improves my chance of winning. It's not a small amount of scaling that's happening here. There's a tiny but real argument that you might kill them before 8.7 seconds, and Dinosaur with battery will get more meta scaling in combat, but I'm going to assume my opponent's build is actually good, and I need the gold Dinosaur, or gold Momosaur, rather. I'm mixing up the names nonstop. Anyway, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take plus 25 damage. God have mercy on those who see my ghost. The meta scaling things are pretty gross, man. Like, Shark Claws ain't got shit on this. Icy Powder Keg. Freeze 1 medium or small item 10 seconds. What's the rest of the build? It doesn't seem that crazy. I think we're okay. Like, 652 is a lot of damage, but the rest of the build doesn't really seem to be doing a lot. Oh, never mind. Apparently I'm done.
All cannon. No.
What killed me? I think just like a crit on one of these dealt more damage than expecting. Where was the damage from? Oh, he crit on both of them. He dealt an additional 110 damage and barely killed me in time. Unfortunate. At least we got value off eating an item. Oh wait, we got double value, I think, because the keg blew itself up. I think that counts, right? No, it's got to be me. Damn. Oh well. Let's go to Ayla. Keep looking for upgrades on these items. Trollosaur with Obsidian. It says the first time a player falls below half health. Does that mean it doesn't work in monster fights? But like, I think I just buy Obsidian Trollosaur. We assume that's the build. We just click it, right? And there's crazy things you can think about with like Dino Disguise, Race Carl down the line, but I feel like I have a much simpler plan and no ability to generate haste. So Race Carl's kind of off the table for me. Not sure what I was rolling for exactly there. I don't think I was able to afford an upgrade to Momosaur. Momosaur doesn't work on things in stash, right? That would be crazy. We're at 110 on the core. Remember that number. We're gonna go to Deadly Duel and see if it works on the stash. Sergeant Suds. He only has 5 items, so we only get to eat once no matter what. Very genuinely, I think we're gonna kill him too fast though. These are getting kind of large. He has 1200 health. So again, it's just these times 3 before the Momosaur goes off. So it's 160. Good God, those numbers are bigger. They've gotten a lot bigger. It's 345, 375, 435 damage each volley. These will single-handedly kill my opponent. So I take Dinosaur off the board. Now it's just 275 times 3. They'll live. I'll get to attack with Momosaur. It will be great. Unfortunate that I can't use Dinosaur here, but if it turns out I'm scaling the stuff in my stash, then this build gets a lot more effective. I didn't realize it could scale stuff in stash. This becomes absolutely crazy if it works on items in your stash. Oh, it works on monsters. It just says player, but it works on monsters. Very good then. So you got up to 250. You went from 20 to 220. That seems good. Now, more importantly, 110, 180, nothing changed. Okay, it does not work on stash, thank God. It would actually be totally crazy if it did. These piggles are just completely useless. I need to throw them away, I think, so I can get better schematics. Like, these don't do anything, and I care about my other cards. Maybe I don't care about Primal Core. Maybe I shouldn't even be looking at it. And maybe with Obsidian Trollosaur triggering at half health or to destroy anyway, Dinosaur doesn't matter anymore either. Like, yeah, it's more damage scaling, but I can't cut anything from my board. I think this is just the board I win with, period, end of story. Oh, right, we're gonna need to take this out again, aren't we? How much health does... Oh, your name's not Plasma Trooper anymore. Now you're the Annex Trooper. Annex? Annex? I'm not actually sure. Sometimes you say a word out loud that you've only ever said in your head before and you lose your mind. It's annex, right? You annex a territory. He has 2,000 health. That's perfect. We love to see it. How many items does he have? I forgot about that part. 7. You love to see it. Okay, full scaling, biggest fight, nothing to worry about. We definitely kill before Plasma Rifle kills us. It's still Plasma Rifle, right? Yeah, that one hasn't been changed. So the damage is just absolutely ridiculous here. Oh no, Plasma Grenade. No! What's wrong? We only got the 1 eat. If you eat with the attack that destroys, you don't get scaling off of it. So we only gained 100 damage on that guy this time. Damn, how unfortunate. It's got to be weapon skills, right? I mean, what weapon skill does anything, right? Plus 20 to all your weapons. Whoa, look at me. I'm so cool. Who gives a shit? I do it every single day. Twice a day, usually. Sometimes 3 times a day. Like, Ryukon's actually trash. We want different skills.
Seems wise, but he may only seem...
Sadly, I can't make any of this stuff a core. And also, I fucked up with my schematics. It's fine. Who needs the best income item in the game and you can only make 2 gold instead? When you use a friend, your weapons gain 3 damage. Wow. Going to roll. Crit chance is definitely better than what I've seen elsewhere. 28% crit chance on this man. I feel like you could ride on the Trollosaur. I mean, like, he does literally have a guy riding on him right there. I feel like he's a vehicle. I understand that would be overpowered as hell, but I feel like at some point this art in testing had the vehicle tag and they were like, you know what, we need to wind back. This is not okay. Anyways, they could have a second Silver Fang, which is moderately funny. But I think I just take Ascenders here. Toss this, toss this. I think the Dinosaur is actually going in the trash here. Because, like, it's costing me schematics value because I keep messing up because there's so much to think about. Same thing with Primal Core, right? Like, why buff in combat when things happen? Like, the reason I don't want to sell this one is because theoretically, down the line with, like, multicast and pendulums and fiber optics, there are ways that Primal Core with Dinosaur, rather, can become infinite loops. So I don't want to sell this just yet, but it's probably useless, especially since I'm not upgrading it, so it's not going to get down to 5 seconds. But there's just no way to run this without costing myself more damage. I might, in some of my fights, actually end up doing something like this, just to get the additional eat here faster, so that, I don't know, Trollosaur hits so hard already. We're, like, actually going to have to stop trying to scale him because he's killing things too quickly. It's a real problem we have. We can get it to go off before Trollosaur. That's all we need, really. And then this will still scale Trollosaur with Dinosaur's additional value and Dinosaur. And we don't get the fangs, unfortunately, but I think we're going to have to do that sometimes. So I think we do need to hold everything that's in our stash right now. And we'll go to middle. I don't know if this is a Dino Saddle run.
All about moderation.
I don't know that there's a difference in silver and gold. The card does not do anything. Well, like I was saying, I think we actually do use this in some fights coming up because we're dealing too much damage. We just kill our PvE encounters too quickly. 160 max health, please. The only thing I'm afraid of is somehow dying first. Just like, other than that, we're insane.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
It is a 1-weapon katana build, Shattered Cloak, yes. Oh, that's remarkably fair. That ain't happening. There's no shot, brother. I will say it does deal a good chunk of damage. I did expect to eat an item that wasn't specifically the least important item on his board. We actually won by 3 health.
Put it toward no
Click gain health, boys. It matters. So I will note, what was the item destroy here? Oh, you weren't able to destroy an item because you only had 1 small item. I see. I will note, hitting this, instead of crit chance, lifesteal, haste, or 25 damage, or his only weapon, Mamasar not trying particularly hard there, and also actively throwing by costing us an item destroy off the Trollosaur. Additionally, though, his burn just being completely negated by the lifesteal katana is so upsetting. I mean, I'm the one with the 400 damage fiery card over here on like day 8, so pot calling the kettle black, I guess. But still,
My battle days are over.
does upgrading Trollosaur even do anything? Am I just here for Mamasar Dinosaur? The first time you use this, destroy a small or medium item for the fight. And destroy an item during combat, double this item's damage for the fight. Hacksaw build? Like, unironic Hacksaw build? Because, like, I use these fangs later. They're fine. 600 damage. They're both 100 DPS. They're good enough, right? The idea being that we get Mamasar's cooldown low enough to go off before Hacksaw through one method or another. And Trollosaur plus Mamasar does double item destruction. We quadruple the value of this with meta scaling. Unironic Hacksaw build, question mark? It's cool. I like it. I'm never running the core. I want to play Hacksaw. I'm never going to have a better chance to play Hacksaw than right
Come
now.
back and tell me.
So like this, we get Dinosaur to go off first, then Momosaur goes off, and we scale specifically the Dinosaurs and Hacksaw. We don't get any scaling on the rest of our build right now, but getting, you know, plus 120 damage on an item that quadruples every fight, it's not even clearly worth, is it? The issue is these guys are so big that they're like actually killing day 8 enemies before I can scale them already. Like when you're just scaling Dinosaur, it kind of works. I might be able to run him right now. Yeah, he's still 5 speed, so I can probably run Dinosaur here because he's, oh, shit. Nope, he is in fact 2.5 speed. I swear the tooltip said 5 at first. Is that consistent? Yes. It looks like he doesn't update his speed until you move your cursor on and off of him after he comes out of the stash. Like, these are great items. I like them a lot, but they kill my opponents. So since I can't scale them today, I may as well scale the big dinosaurs and the Hacksaw for a sick late game plan, right? I wonder what Hacksaw does at Diamond. It gains 25 base damage. I don't think I'm interested in that, to be honest with you. Middle for the Dinosaur upgrade versus treasure chest because I have literally no money. Seems like an easy choice when I actually look at my gold value. Also worth noting, I think I heard that Hacksaw destroys before it attacks. If that is the case, it's not attacking at quadruple value, it's just attacking at 8x values. You know, once I get Momosaur's cooldown under 7, which I am trusting that I can somehow do. Bouncertron has 7 items, so I can eat twice with these and maybe even a third time. Probably not because of Hacksaw, right? Oh, I'm getting more auto destruction than I thought, though, because of the Hacksaw. Checking Bouncertron, it has 2 small items. It's incredibly likely I get my full item destruction then. I just need Momosaur to not... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't even matter, right? Momosaur's last. This goes off with battery. This goes off at 7. Momosaur's last. So I get 3 item destroys like this. Yeah, we fight Bouncertron for sure then. None of the other fights are giving me that much. Maybe Jack does, but Jack gives me less gold, and that matters a lot. It's such a silly way to optimize a character where it's like... What? Why are 2 things missing? Because the Hacksaw went off and he's down to 4 and he needs 5. That'll do it. Fair enough.
Defeat acknowledged. Club entry accepted.
I guess I should have fought Jack. I forgot this goes off, and then when I realized it... Fair enough. I just got myself jumbled because I'm new to Hacksaw. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. What can I say? Metascaling is hard to sort out. Anyway, the Hacksaw's 145 base now. It's a lot better than it was a second ago. Cool LEDs and laser pistol probably are not useful to me. What apparel would I even want? That's the neat part. I wouldn't. I'm going to take temp health. I don't have Nufu money. I'm going to take shield. Now, the real question, do I run the Hacksaw in my PvP fight? Obviously, I probably win if I don't, right? I think that this is still the thing I want to do in PvP. Like, obviously, you can look at what I did and be like, why aren't you scaling it in PvE? And the answer is like, I can enable a Hacksaw for a cool late game combo, or maybe get 1 trigger on just Dinosaur. That's how it felt when I was looking at it. I think this is the way I play PvE today, or PvP. I don't know. Mac is oftentimes trying to make dumb infinites, and those are very vulnerable to item destruction. I've still got 2 item choice here. This is just massively favored. Let's see how it goes. I really can't imagine losing to Mac here. Sunlight Spear is definitely a scary thing when I'm doing a lot of burn. Obsidian Calcinator, good random enchant, and also 3 XP ahead of Kurt. Ayla just sold it to him. Holy shit. And we still crushed him, by the way. It wasn't even remotely close. He didn't even get through my starting shield. That's a crying shame. Oh, man. 44 burn on the Calcinator. Yeah, he got that on like day 3 or 4. He has not had it super long. So we got some item destruction scaling here. That's nice. Before I level up, I need to empty my inventory. I should have waited to see if Barkroom was the next shop, but oh well, here we are. I'll go to middle. I don't think there's a ton here I can find that I actually want. Diamond Power Drill. Sad times when I just don't hear about Diamond Power Drills.
It's been nice talking.
JJ, what did you have?
A friend. I mean, a customer.
Remote control. Sadly, Momosaur is not a hydraulic press. That does not work. It's so stupid. It's so stupid to use thrusters for this. We're playing Hacksaw. We're taking Hacksaw to the moon, man. We're going to make it a vehicle so that it gets multicast from Dino Saddle later. This is so stupid. It can't possibly be right. I have nothing I want to sell, though. Is that true? I bet Hacksaw is already better than Fangs in combat. I bet this is already an improvement when I'm doing PvP. Because it's going to go off for, you know, a ton. The Fangs are 3 speed, so this does have to go off for more than... it has to go off for more than 700. I think it will. That's the crazy thing. It's going to go off second is the problem. Look, the Fangs are neat. I'm not doing it anymore. You can't make me. We're scaling the Hacksaw, and that's the end of it. Also, probably got to take this guy off for scaling purposes. Like, I love the Obsidian Trollosaur. He's great. But he just kind of kills the opponent before Mamasar eats anything right now. This board doesn't have enough dinosaurs for Dinosaur. Oh, wait, it does. Okay, yeah, Dinosaur continues to work on the late game board that I'm imagining here. And I would end up giving up Dino Disguise during PvP to use Dino Saddle. And Dino Saddle would go in the same slot, turning them into... what does it turn them into? Doesn't turn them into anything. Shit. I think the final version of this build just doesn't have a Mamasar on the board. It runs Obsidian Trollosaur. It's gonna be weird. I'm not quite sure what it's doing. It's doing something sick, though. Trust me. Also, we did not go to the temple today. Sad times. So what are we doing here? We were trying to figure out optimization for schematics. We managed to sell something, so we can go on. Terraform, Captain, Platform. I'm actually a little bit worried about fighting Platform. I think he might beat me. Terraform has not been added to howbazaar.gg yet, so I don't have a clean idea of what it's doing. If I live for 14 seconds against Weapons Platform, I just kill the guy, right? I don't know that I live for 14 seconds against Weapons Platform, and I don't know what Terraform does, and Bloodreef Captain only has 5 items. I definitely died to a crit on the last shot of the kinetic cannon. So I'm gonna click Terraform. I know he has enough items. I don't remember how good they are is the problem. I remember this. I was very surprised at how much it felt like it was doing, and then the reality was it didn't actually do anything. I might just kill him too fast with Dinosaur. What was that frame rate? I think the last hit that killed didn't get scaling, but the first one off of Mamasar should have. So we were at 145 on the Hacksaw. We are now at 265. I'm not sure this Hacksaw plan's ever going to work, man. Do I put the artist on the Hacksaw like a fucking lunatic?
Old friend.
You know I do. What else would I do with my time? Perfect. I'm not convinced I'm doing anything good here. I can run Trollosaur over the disguise in my PvP fights, though. Which is actually... I got another battery. Oh, no. I don't know what that does yet, but I'm hyped about it. I mean, what it does is this, right? Dinosaur gets bad, but these both go off before Hacksaw now, so it doubles. That means it's dealing 1,000 damage when it goes off, which is doing right after these, by the way. These go off at 6.7. This might actually go off the exact same timing. I'm not sure if the double will apply, but yeah. Obsidian Trollosaur just can't seem to stick to a board, man. Eating stuff before the Hacksaw goes off seems incredibly important. Anyway, I'll go Mystery Portal. I love clicking on this. Oh, it's just Cobweb. I don't think it's even worth opening that second page. That's 8 gold, man.
Your time will come quickly.
I go Andy here looking for more batteries, more acceleration of some sort. I mean, I found more batteries.
Remember, diamonds come in small.
The issue is if I'm running Dinosaur, the battery doesn't work. And if I replace Dinosaur to charge this, then it goes off after the others. This is so weird. I'm like right on the verge of figuring it out, of having the like Galaxy Brain, Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast moment. But I'm not there yet is the problem. Okay, so after a frankly delirious amount of deliberation, trying to figure out how to make this Hacksaw go nuts, I've settled on this. At 6.7, because the battery, we get Mamasar, 7 Trollosaur, and 7 Hacksaw. That should be a huge amount of damage and burn right at 7 seconds. If the fight lasts 7 seconds, we win. That doesn't sound like a big ask for day 9, right? Come on. How bad could a day 9 Vanessa be? Who would kill you in under 7 seconds on day 9 as Vanessa? That's just ridiculous. Shielded Magnus's Femur is not what it's expecting. Shot glasses, of course, of course. I'm pretty resilient to tripwires since I'm only planning on activating any of my items 1 time. Not enough burn, I don't think. I think I'm dead.
Bravery
Yep.
without strength is a sword.
What are you gonna do against Shot Glass's shielded Magnus's femur, right? He just shielded for 2.6 thousand with one item. This also only dealt 610, meaning it's not getting the doubling effect from itself or from Trollosaur. Trollosaur needs to go off first, and additionally, well, Trollosaur only goes off at half health. It's not in Trollosaur's control, but additionally, it's not going to trigger its own destruction before it goes off. What I heard on the street was wrong. But we did get another 200 base damage, so, you know, that's okay. What's not great is our current health total. We also did scale up Trollosaur in that fight, which I've been wanting to do. I don't think this build is working. I'll go to Ayla, try to upgrade Mamasaur. I'm not sure that it's even a big deal to do so is the problem.
Is not kind to the weapons.
I level up after my PvP fight, which is worst case scenario. I'll take Monster Ranch here. Goldie's just very expensive. I think I still want to be just cramming Insect Wings onto Mamasaur. 2 experience is great and all. I don't think it determines the result of this run. I think Dinosaur is a net loss in item destruction scaling, right? Because Trollosaur benefits from the Mamasaur, and its own item destruction will trigger the Mamasaur. Dinosaur might not even destroy anything. I think we're at a point where Dinosaur is never happening. And also at 410 on day 10, this is just like a tiny little guy. We committed to dumb Hacksaw plan, so this is also a useless item. Selling the Dinosaur because I need space for schematics after the fight. Honestly, I'm gonna pick up a 2-slot item and mess up, so I'll sell him now too. We're committing to this being our endgame plan. You can say it's a stupid plan, but it's my plan, and I love it. I actually want to go fight Vulcus Enforcer here because everyone else might die a little bit too fast. And I'm very confident we just kill him with burn. Like, it might take us a second to activate our items, but we should be fine. We should still win. The biggest slows are on battery, which is actually fantastic. Also, Hacksaw going out first is in a weird roundabout way good for us. What did we eat? We ate the stopwatch. That actually really bricks his build in a big way. We got 3 item destroys there, which is a massive amount of scaling, I think. Obviously, it goes up to 3.6 thousand eventually. We're at 385 base coming into the fight and leaving the fight 505. Hell yeah. That's the sort of scaling I've been wanting. I'll hold that diamond icicle for the whole run in case I can find a use for it later. Oh no, the use might be right now. You go to Bjorn and you get first time you freeze haste 2 items. Because dually skills are trash, poison skills are trash, so we're going to this vendor. Damage scaling, I think I do enough. I think Frostfire here is just not that impressive. It's better than it would be, right? Because if you're destroying some of their items, there are less items left on their board, you're freezing a greater percentage of their board. I'm actually going to take Frostfire on that logic.
Have a little battle or something.
Going to take health because I need to live for 7 seconds. That seems like coward talk. I need to find a Dino saddle. I need to multicast this Hacksaw.
First, profit 10. So,
Take that to gold. It's the best econ item in the game, so.
Oh, you're leaving.
Take this to diamond. It's my scaling. So that was a great shop. No Dino saddle, but I cannot be disappointed at all in that. Holy shit. Quick, so you want to upgrade this battery? Diamond fiber optics. Okay. That does something. What if you just made a battery chain that did nothing to trigger fiber optics on the Hacksaw? How stupid would that be? We're buying this fiber optics every time. And the only way to afford it is to sell the icicle. So, sure. Everything else is either the economy or something spicy. Now, I don't know that fiber optics actually does anything in my current build. I do this. So at 8 seconds, Dino Disguise fully charges Mamasaur. Probably better to fully charge Obsidian Trollosaur, actually. It essentially double hits now. I take everything back. It's not even a remotely bad fiber optics. It's a crazy item. There's always a use for it. If I get a pendulum, I can make an infinite loop if I have a 2 active item board. I actually feel like I just made my board insane. Again, though, I need to live for 7 seconds, and my opponents might just not let me do that. But this is kind of cracked. Obviously, the Hacksaw is not killing my opponent really anymore, but we are scaling it up, and later we can still do the Hacksaw plan. This is the thing where we wanted to scale for the end game. Electric Eels is not how you want to fight this. Toxic Iceberg is not how you want to fight this. This is like the antithesis of what Eels and Iceberg are good against. Yeah, that's about right.
Does not defeat me.
There's the second Trollosaur hit, by the way. 3 item destructions, full scaling on Hacksaw and Obsidian Trollosaur. We came in at 505, 1120. We leave at 685, 1540. Jesus Christ. Grandmaster is a bit of freeze duration, and I have the cash for it. The alternative is a shop I can't afford, so let's hope. What am I crit scaling right now? That's really unfortunate, but there's literally no way around it. Considering this is getting my crit scaling and I cannot fix it, I'm just going to leave. Upgrading my non-existent poison items by 1 doesn't seem to matter either. I'm gonna take temp boost health for today. Again, the only thing I'm worried about is my opponent's killing me before I get off the ground. Juggler's a lot worse in this run than the previous run I had, isn't it? I think we beat Lord Arkan. My burn doesn't do anything against him, so I want to run the Dinosaur actually as the target of my fiber optics. But we do just hit like a truck. The next use of the Hacksaw will kill him. We just one-shot after 14 seconds. We'll live long enough. And we shouldn't die to anything, because, like, yeah. It's just like, what's going to be left? The ship and nothing. Oh, he's dead already. I didn't think he would die that fast. I guess I should have expected it. I thought a vitality potion would go off somewhere there and save him, but I guess not. Yeah, the vitality potion didn't trigger. He went straight from half health to dead somehow. So there's an internal cooldown delay, right? When something triggers another item, the other item goes off on the next cooldown. He died from half health to full dead in less than 1 internal, so the vitality potion didn't go off. Anyway, 685 and 1540 up to 865 and 1960. Oh no. This is going to be one-shotting people. It's just a little bit slow. Honestly, it's just as much the Obsidian Trollosaur being part of the big wombo combo of crazy powerful effects going off. I'm getting a gold tier friend, which could be a second Mamasar. I'm gonna take the loot item. It could be a wing, it could be a feather, could be nothing. I mean, it's not nothing, but like, if they're not purging the burn, they're definitely dying. I'll take the shield, make sure I win my fight today. Again, I'm just worried about dying before I get to do anything. There's no weapons that improve the build. Like, that does sound a bit weird, considering, you know, how the build works. It's nothing but weapons, but actually they're all, like, this one mattered to get to diamond, but these two, their tier doesn't matter. Their tier affects their base damage. Their base damage is wholly irrelevant to their reality. And if I'm only scared of dying too quickly, I think there's a world where I want to run 2 batteries. Because I'm never cutting Dino Disguise. It's the enabler for my fiber optics, right? That's not true. We go to Ayla. We want an Uzi.
Few warriors live
For our final fight, we just want a very fast thing. Chris Army Knife's fast.
Carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Oh, but an Uzi would break the link. Wait, no, this doesn't actually work. Yeah. We want to guarantee we copy the fiber optics, so that's not going to happen. Damn. Well, I'm not sure what we're doing here. The thrusters would also break it, so regardless, we're incredibly strong. This entire run, I felt like I was a single revelation away from making the most broken thing imaginable, and instead I've just got like a pretty good hacksaw. And like, don't get me wrong, that's way better than the average hacksaw, but oh, that doesn't kill me instantly or slow my board into the ground. It'll not get to 10.2, we're fine. Oh, it's hasted, maybe it will. We get there from the second hit on Mamasar. Very nice. The fiber optics are build saving because this just doesn't do enough damage to win right now. Like, you can see it gets to 7,000, but not before it hits. It's only hitting for 865. Oh, in case you're wondering, like, why am I not charging the hacksaw? Ludicrous greed. Because we're going to our final 2 fights, I'll start doing it this way now. I no longer need the meta scaling, but in those fights, I wanted to get the extra damage out of the hacksaw. In my next fight, I will absolutely just be double using the hacksaw with his fiber optics. Anyways, Kina, maybe 3D printer sends me to the moon. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for here. A random silver probably isn't it. That's just gonna be like, at best, another battery. I should have held that light bulb. It could have gone to gold at a future store. I'm gonna take temp health for my PvP fight. Just, again, I'm afraid of one thing and one thing only. My upgrades are not a big deal here. I think what makes the most sense is to put it on this for a potential double diamond fiber optic strategy. I'm not really sure like the specifics of that plan just yet. But again, it seems really cool. That's all it needs to do. We should crush Morgaloth, no problem. He has plenty of health for us. I don't know if there's anything here. Wait, Stell's a, oh, this is a dually item, not a Stell item. Never mind. Yeah, I got it in my head for some reason that Jack of all trades would be sick. But no, this is a very Stell feeling dually item. Yeah, that's how it goes. Nothing for 6.5 seconds, then unspeakable violence. So it's only hitting for 1,000 still, but we can see that at the end there, with the 2 item destructions that tend to come before the second use. Like, how big does it really get? Was it 4,000? It was actually only 2,000 because it does scale off that last item destruction. It's not even that crazy. The Momosaur hit might be better. Sure. And we'll get tiny schematics. Actually, I want tiny schematics, don't I? Because I want a 3rd fiber optics instead of this Trollosaur. It's not even good, right? 1,100 base damage Hacksaw? 2,600 Trollosaur? How mad would you be if you load in 2 triple diamond fiber optics, 1,200 damage Hacksaw? Jesus. I literally don't think Ayla can help me, but let's see what she has.
But I can help
The
you finish
Obsidian
the fight.
plasma rifle is very, very cool, but no thank
I
you.
respect new food, but bare hands are not.
Grandmaster is not gonna do anything. Andy, what could Andy do? I genuinely just look at my board like this. I'm like, it's basically good enough. What are we talking about? We should probably double cast the Trollosaur, if anything, right? Just because it hits harder than Momosaur by a lot and has the burning enchant. Like, we've gotten a lot of great use out of this, but I think it's time to double cast Trollosaur on day 12. And as funny as my collection of status buffs in this inventory are, like, we don't need Chris Army Knife or that, but as funny as this inventory is, I really don't think it does anything. Because, I mean, honestly, if you wanted to tell me that this is just a better build, you're probably right. You'd want to do it like this, though, in case you copied a battery. Like, this probably is just better. But I've got a Hacksaw to mark off on my spreadsheet. Anyway, let's try to buff up that freeze duration. Same skills. It is a 5-win pig that is crashing out. Well, no, it's day 12. It is a 5-win pig that is stabilized. Let's take his items from him. He doesn't deserve them. Odds are he goes faster than me and I die. It's just an unfortunate fact of the matter when facing a pig with a 7-speed build. Only 4 items and destroy a small, destroy a small or medium. But they, oh wait, no, we do get 1 shot and it's a good hit no matter what it hits. Also, we hit very hard. Holy shit, I forgot about that part. I just assumed that, like, I was worried about nothing. Holy shit. I was like going through my items, like, this is destroy a small item, this is destroy a small item. Oh God, what do I do? And then I got here, it's like, oh, you work on 4 diamonds? So you're either cutting his burn in half or killing his burn entirely. I didn't get to the part where he only has 7,000 health and we double hit that hard for 666 burn, which he would only even purge 280 of it. So I think no matter what RNG we got, we actually just beat him, which is kind of wild. Trollosaur dealing 5,500 damage, 500 burn. Hacksaw was also there. Yeah, like I was saying, if I had run the fiber optics battery and just went all in on Trollosaur, there's no shot my build would have been worse. But genuinely, just a 2-slot item dealing that much damage in 7 seconds isn't terrible. And if I hadn't had the Trollosaur, I would just be putting this on the right and doing like the exact same thing. The only reason I did it this way is I figured if I lost to Pig, I'd at least get some scaling out of it, maybe. But I think if I had swapped these two, the second hit would have been much bigger, right? Because if I hit replay here right at the end before the Hacksaw goes off a second time, actually, against Pig, uniquely, this build, it would have been worse because it's only going to double once. There's only 1 item destruction. So Trollosaur was just better here. Against something like a dually, it would have been way better to switch these two. But yeah, Trollosaur is a very silly item, and once again, the entirety of what I'm doing comes down to Momosaur and Dinosaur. Just scaling items that do crazy things. Double on item destruction. Built-in burn enchant with an Obsidian from Ayla. Thanks for that, by the way. That was a weird graphical glitch. I did not enjoy that. Anyways, as always, Diamond Fiber Optics is a cracked item. I don't know that we beat that last fight without it. But turning Dino Disguise into just use another item, when you have items like this Trollosaur and this Hacksaw that you've been building up all run, is absolutely cracked, very strong. You can see that my skills did nothing. What did something is Mamasar. Because looking at that 1225 value Hacksaw, 25 of that is its base value and no skills are affecting it, right? 1200 damage from meta scaling to whatever items I chose to use this run. And the reason I mentioned that now is because I just said my skills do nothing. But 1200 damage could also be referred to as 48 copies of Diamond Strength. So I mean, do I really have no skills, or are my skills just looking a little bit weird inside of Mamasar? I think 48 copies of Diamond Strength is enough to get 2 fiery enchants with scaling effects to do their job. Dino Saddle is cracked. I obviously didn't need it this time because of the Obsidian Trollosaur. I genuinely think this run was probably still very winnable without the Trollosaur. We would have been using like the Fangs and the Dinosaur a lot longer, and we'd eventually be switching to like not scaling this in PvP, just putting it far right and double casting it. I think that would have been fine. Regardless though, I'm not upset at all to have hit Obsidian Trollosaur and double cast it with fiber optics after scaling it all match. Just a casual 5,600 damage paired with item destruction, paired with item destruction, paired with item destruction. Just ridiculous. If people are on the other side of this and they're mad as hell about item destruction dually, like boy howdy do I get it. I'm not looking forward to this catching on and being meta soon. I think this is going to be really painful, especially as people get better at doing Mamasar stuff. Because when you learn to do it and you start optimizing meta scaling, the difference in not really meta scaling at all because you don't know it exists versus meta scaling a little bit but not optimizing it versus this. Oh my god, the end of the month, if dinos are still in the same state, the dino dually is going to be everywhere. This shit's terrifying. Anyway, that's enough rambling and ranting about the dually dinosaur doomsday. Let's get out of here. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.